Welcome to an information session about the Executive Accelerator by Prospanica. Prospanica has partnered with the University of Denver's Daniels College of Business to design and deliver this leadership program. My name is Janet Redwine, and I am Assistant Director of Executive Education here at the Daniels College of Business. On behalf of both Daniels and Prospanica, we're so glad you're here to learn more about the Executive Accelerator. Although this is the first time we've offered the Executive Accelerator program, this is actually the next iteration of the Prospanica Board Leadership Development Program that we've offered for the last 2 years. The goal of the Executive Accelerator is to prepare Latino professionals for both meaningful executive leadership and board service. Today, we're going to share the details about this program, which begins June 24th, 2022. I am joined by lead faculty members Scott McLagan and Kelly Jenkins from the University of Denver, and Jorge Velasco Caballero, former board member at Prospanica San Antonio, National Field Sales Manager at Curate Dr. Pepper, and a program alumnus who participated in this partnership program in 2020. Now, if you have a question that we don't answer today, you can email us at any time at programs@prospanica.org. So let's get started. Scott, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and then tell us what the Executive Accelerator program is?
Sure, Janet, thank you. A little introduction. I am currently a professor of the practice here at Daniels in the management department, and I've been teaching leadership at Daniels for over 18 years. Prior to that, I spent about 25 years in the corporate world where I was a senior executive for Emerson Electric and then did a stint as a senior executive for a high-tech startup. So some big company and some small company experience. My background, my academic background is mechanical engineering, finance, and global business. And I also do a lot of consulting with a diverse set of organizations, both in the public sector as well as in the nonprofit world. And I'm on 2 corporate boards at the moment, and I'm just rolling off as the president of a nonprofit board. So have a pretty good background in the world of boards. So I'm really excited about this Executive Accelerator program, which has a goal of preparing Latino professionals for executive leadership positions in board service. And I think our curriculum is really good for that. There's almost 40 hours of curriculum, which includes both in-person and virtual learning. So quite a good program, and I think will effectively achieve the outcomes of the program.
Thanks so much, Scott. Kelly, we'd like to get to know you a little bit too. So could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and then help us understand why leadership education is so valuable?
Absolutely. Thanks, Janet. So hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Jenkins. I am a leadership coach and a leadership development expert. I come to this work with a background from the professional services industry where I worked globally and across a wide range of clients. I now work more one-on-one and in group coaching settings with executives, as well as leading leadership development programs. And like Scott, I also have some board experience. I sat on the board of a nonprofit, and I'm the current president of the International Coaching Federation here in Colorado. So I have a particular passion for working with leaders, but especially women, to help them align with their values and lean into their strengths so that they can really step into their leadership brilliance. And that's why I'm so excited about this program, because companies, communities, and consumers all benefit when diverse voices are included at leadership levels. And we know from the statistics that less than 5% of current Fortune 500 board seats and some nonprofit board seats are held by Latinos. So this Executive Accelerator is really designed to change that. It's going to help prepare you for meaningful leadership positions by building the leadership skills that you need to amplify your leadership impact.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kelly. Now I'm going to turn it over to you, Jorge. Could you share a little bit about yourself and then what you feel like you gained from participating in 2020?
Thank you, everyone. My name is Jorge Velasco Caballero, and I am a lifelong Prospanica member. And it was through that membership that actually I took the course at the University of Denver with the Board Leadership Program. Currently, I serve as the National Field Sales Manager for Curate Dr. Pepper. And I am also the co-founder of a nonprofit. It's called I Empower. And aligned to what Kelly mentioned earlier, I'm really interested in the development of women and Latinos as they enter the workforce, as they are in the workforce, and as they continue to grow into their leadership styles and into their leadership positions. One of the great things that I took away from going through the program was really the piece on insight discovery. I believe that before you can grow into whatever that it is, it's really important that you understand where you are in your journey, take into consideration a lot of those strengths, and then move forward an action plan in order to get you to that next level. So really excited about what is coming with this program.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Jorge. Scott, I'm going to turn it back to you now. How does the Executive Accelerator prepare individuals for leadership roles?
Yeah, we've been doing leadership programs at Daniels for decades and have a lot of experience at a lot of different levels. And we find that the best programs for leadership development have a combination of classroom learning, where you gain knowledge, experientials, where you get a chance to practice and apply the learning, and then an opportunity to reflect back and do development planning on your own and walk out of the program with a roadmap for how you're going to continue to develop and what your longer term aspirations are. So this program contains all of those different elements. And there are a number of topics, I think, that are pretty critical. Executive leadership is distinct from all other leadership, or I would say additive. Not only do you have to have the leadership skills that you develop over your career, but you also need at the executive level to have some additional skills. Number one would be what I call an enterprise-wide perspective. Most people in their careers move up through a function, and they know and are successful at leading in a particular function. But as you get to the executive level, you are managing or leading across the entire enterprise. And that takes an additional set of skills. Additionally, I always say that at the executive level, you need to be fluent in 3 languages. You need to be fluent in the financial language, which is often the language of the boardroom. So understanding all of the terminology around financial language. The second one is really strategic language, which is also very prominent in the boardroom. And that would include things like, how are we going to grow profitably? How are we going to compete? What is our competitive advantage? What are our target segments? So the whole language and understanding of how the strategic process goes is important. And then finally, a very important element in this program is just leadership in organizations. How do we lead people? How do I lead broader organizations? And so all of those are important. And so communication preferences, how do we communicate? And then one other element in this program is the whole idea of board governance, which is some of the things that you need to know to be effective on a board. So most everything that you would want in an executive leadership program is contained here with a lot of different delivery mechanisms.
That's really great. There is so much wonderful content here. So thanks for sharing and diving into that a little bit. Jorge mentioned insights discovery. So Scott, I wonder if you could explain just a little bit about what insights discovery is for anyone in our audience who might not be familiar with it.
Sure. So the insights discovery system is a profiling system, a personality profiling system, if you will. We like insights discovery because it's very simple and it's very powerful. You basically take an assessment that takes 20 minutes to complete, and you will get a full comprehensive profile as a result of that, which describes your communication preferences, your strengths, your areas for improvement, etc. And that's important to understand a little bit more about yourself. Importantly, with the insights discovery system, you have a framework to understand people who are not like you, people who might communicate differently, whose style might be differently. And of course, in a leadership role, You have to understand both yourself and those around you. So Insights is a very powerful tool for understanding self as well as understanding others.
Thanks so much, Scott. That was really helpful. Kelly, I'm going to turn it back over to you now. Could you tell us a little bit about what this year's program looks like, how often the participants convene, and where they meet?
Absolutely. So we're going to kick off this program with a 2-day retreat on the campus at the University of Denver on Friday, June 24th and Saturday, June 25th. Then there's going to be a series of 6 90-minute synchronous webinars. So this is live teaching, an ability to engage with the faculty and have your questions answered. These sessions are also going to be recorded. So if you want to go back and see them later, or if you happen to miss one, they'll be there ready for you. And then we'll complete the program with a final retreat in New Orleans at the Prospanica conference on Thursday, November 3rd and Friday, November 4th.
Thanks so much, Kelly. This is such an amazing opportunity. So Yorka, I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about what you found most valuable, or maybe if there's something you learned or something that you gained that you feel like you're still using today.
Great question. And I think Scott alluded to that earlier, is actually a framework. And as a leader, understanding not only where you are, but what are some of the areas of improvement as you progress in your career, super important. And that's what this program allowed all of us to do, is understand the me first, and then where do we go from there, and following that process and that framework that is very important. And the next piece is about the power of leadership and the power of inspiring others, right? Because there's no leadership if you don't inspire people. And how do you do that? And how you stay engaged in the community? You do that by hopefully going into board positions where you can make an effort to change what could be the situation right now, or influence what may be happening out in the world.
Thanks so much, Yorka. Kelly, could you share if there's any qualifications for participation and who should apply to this program?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are really designing this program for people looking to step into executive leadership positions. So ideally, we're looking for candidates with at least 7 years of professional experience. So you've got some kind of solid management leadership behind you. But really, if you're looking for a change, you're looking to grow professionally or to learn with like-minded individuals, then this is going to be a great program for you.
Thanks, Kelly. Now, I want to tell you that applying to the Executive Accelerator by Prospanica is easy. There's an online application at the Prospanica website, which is prospanica.org. It will take you just 10 to 15 minutes to complete. Applications are due by May 15th, 2022. The cost of the program is $2,500 for Prospanica members and $3,250 for non-members. Prospanica chapter officers receive a $250 discount. If you're not a member, I encourage you to check out the professional membership cost of $120 or a 2-year professional membership of $200. There are so many benefits, and you can find out more by visiting prospanica.org. Scott, Kelly, and Yorka, thank you so much for sharing this helpful information. If there's anything, again, that we weren't able to answer for you today, you may contact Prospanica at any time. Send us an email at programs@prospanica.org. And we hope to see you in June. Thanks so much, everyone.